Hello, everyone. The Apple Boom here. This is going to be somewhat of a sloppy video, but I wanted to get this information out as quickly as possible. So let's start with a quick story. I can't find a main. So I'm like looking around these characters. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, I just need to know more. So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to get the frame data. Some of you have seen I've already put out most of the Pikachu data. And I'm working on other characters now. But anyway, I found a very interesting thing. Hopefully this doesn't run too slow using a video editor while also streaming. Wrong button. Okay, this seems to be working fine. Alright, so a lot of you have noticed in practice mode, there's this ability to make your characters turn gray. I call these gray frames. I didn't know exactly what this meant. We assumed that it meant you can't act during these frames. Your character is locked in whatever they're doing. Unless something's like special cancelable or whatever. So, I was looking at this, but then if you notice, for those of you who have done frame data before, what you do is, you have the input thing on. Alright, so I go to the frame that I put the input, that the game took the input. That's frame 0. And then I count out after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, you notice Pikachu turns gray on the 7th frame. I was really confused by this. Almost every single move Pikachu has turns gray on the 7th frame. The only one that I've tested that does not is Nuzzle, which turns gray on the, which frame was it? I have it written down. It turns gray on the 5th frame. So I was confused by this. But I kept on going along, and then I realized something. Hopefully it'll come up. Something really kind of crazy. Alright, let me see if I can find it further in the video. Sorry, there's people walking around in the background. Like I said, this is a bit of a sloppy video. Okay, here, this is the perfect time. So, let me see if I can find that exactly. Okay, now look. This Pikachu I have set to do stuff once it's available, the AI. Look, that goes gray immediately. Instead of, that's Pikachu's 5Y that the AI is doing. And 5Y from neutral goes gray on frame 7. And so what I've found this means, and I've also done other testing, you can see it here. This means that if you are doing a move from neutral, which that means like jumping, from standing, from walking, crouching, whatever, as opposed to doing it after getting hit, doing it after you blocked, doing it after you finished another move, not necessarily canceling, that's different. I just mean at the end of a move that doesn't get canceled. Like if you try to do, I don't know, Pikachu's YYY into, I don't know, 8X. Some of the Pikachu's moves wouldn't work like that for other reasons. But anyway, if a move's not cancelable, you can still do this, and it won't be considered neutral. Anyway, what this means is that moves from neutral have more startup. They have usually 6 frames more, at least on Pikachu. I haven't actually looked at the other characters yet. This means Pikachu, since he goes gray on frame 7 for most of his moves, except for only one, that means that from neutral, Pikachu has 6 more frames of startup. I have no idea why this is, but I thought it was important to get out there. The only thing I can see this really affecting is whiff punishing. It just makes whiff punishing 6 frames harder in general, at least from Pikachu. Again, I'm assuming from what I'm gathering from other characters that every other character has generally 6 frames of startup from neutral. This also is in dual and field, by the way. But anyway, I'm not sure if this is true for every single other character. But anyway, the only thing I can see this really affecting is whiff punishing, and it also means that if you want to do a move, if you want to do some moves, it's technically faster to do it at the end of another move than, even if it's not cancelable, than to like do it from neutral. Those are the two things I can think this means. It makes doing moves at the end of other moves faster, so it makes block strings. It doesn't even make blocks because your opponent's affected like that too. Just doing it at the end of other moves is faster, and whiff punishing is a little bit harder. That's the only thing I can see this meaning, but I wanted to get this out there in case anybody else could find out. It's like, maybe this means this, maybe this means that. There's also been rumors that those 6 frames go away when you play online. I don't think that's true, but that's something that's next to impossible to test for at this point. So anyway, wanted to get that out there, and I'll see you guys around.